ESPN's telecast of Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell is brought to you by Wells Fargo. This is a commitment to better banking. This is Wells Fargo. And this is Anthony Rizzo, who connected for his 11th home run of the year earlier. Part of a 6-1 Chicago lead as we welcome you back to D.C. A defensive change behind Kyle Hendricks as Addison Russell's taken over at shortstop for Javi Baez. And Victor Robles leads off the 6th with a line shot for Daniel Descalso. If you're just tuning us in, Javi Baez earlier had to charge in on a ground ball from effectively shallow left. Looked like he rolled his right ankle in doing so. Took some attention from the trainers, had been favoring it from here on out, and finally is removed from the game. Here's Joe Madden delivering the bad news. Go get some ice. We'll need you the rest of the year.
Does he not look like one of your kids? Like after you tell him you can't have any more cookies? And the look on his face. Man, I can't play baseball the rest of the day.
So one gone for Turner, who's 0 for 2 tonight. One false step. It almost looked like his feet collided.
It was right there on that lip too. The dirt met grass.
A rare count where Kyle Hendricks has fallen behind. Then again, the last time he fell behind 3-0, he came back to strike out Adam Eaton. Hendricks has been in total control tonight. A 3-0. And he loses Turner on ball 4.
About a lot of different pitches with Kyle Hendricks. It's really been his two-seam fastball and the sinker command. He will front hit the lefties who have to come at him, come back over the plate, then he'll backdoor the righties, come inside the righties. The biggest thing, guys, too, is watch him go away and come middle. These pitches end up middle, but they start as balls, end up as strikes, end up cutting off bats, hitting off the end of bats. One pitch, again, under 90 miles an hour. He's topping out at 87 tonight, but all the different ways he can use it.
2 outs away from completing 7 innings, and he's thrown 65 pitches, as per usual when he's on. Quick and efficient.
And one of the things, Matt, on top of being all those things, efficient and great and moving the ball, the one thing that doesn't get covered enough is how intelligent this young man is. We talked about him going to Dartmouth, but when you talk to Mike Borzell and their staff over there, no one follows a scouting report as smartly and as competitively with really getting involved from the day tomorrow to his next start. He's all in every day.
Yeah, and intelligence isn't to be confused with softness necessarily either, because he's got that kind of angry gear in him too, Buster.
Yeah, it really does. We had a great conversation yesterday about one of Alex's former teammates, Jamie Moyer, who had success while throwing 81 to 85 miles per hour. And what we talked about was the fact that Jamie Moyer always believed that hitters were sort of big oxen who could be exploited, that they really wanted to swing the bat. They couldn't wait to swing the bat. And Jamie wanted to use that against them. And as I related that to Kyle, he started laughing, acknowledged, yeah, there's definitely part of that's inside, because Kyle knows the hitters watch him with the lowest average fastball velocity in baseball, and they think it should be easy to hit his fastball, and they're dying to swing, and they can't wait to swing. And Kyle knows he's going to play off of that and take advantage of that aggressiveness and take advantage of the hitters.
All 4 of his strikeouts tonight have been of the swinging variety. And then after falling behind Adam Eaton 1-0, a visit from Tommy Hottovy, the pitching coach, and there he goes to find the strike zone again. It's the greatest compliment you can pay a pitching coach, right? Visit over, boom, strike 1.
Gotcha.
Eaton has flied out and struck out tonight.
One of the harder things to do is to be able to command that pitch. We've seen struggles with it all season long, and Kyle Hendricks talked to us about how he almost does this yoga-like move as he's warming up, just playing catch. Because for him, it's about extension. When he's releasing the ball, the pronation that he'll get, and you saw that even on the K-zone package, what he does at release to get that pitch to move.
Slowed down by Hendricks. And Russell's barehand throw goes bad.
And this is another indication of how easy Javier Baez makes it look. Here's a player that is not warmed, a little bit surprised coming into the game, and tries to make the same play very difficult and just throws it away. Probably a ball he should have never have thrown with the speed of Eaton.
Scoring that is a single and an E6 that puts runners at second and third with one gone. So here's Anthony Rendon now. Golden opportunity for Washington to get right back in it. Rendon late on a fastball.
Guys, this is the matchup. This is the one. I mean, Anthony Rendon is the best hitter, the hottest hitter for this Nationals team. Mentioned it earlier. He likes the low pitch, likes the low fastball. Kyle Hendricks is aware. Watch the cat and mouse game of how these two go back and forth.
And he's a doubles machine. If makes a mistake, you can hit a double like that.
Into right center field and well hit and gone. And just like that, the Nationals are right back in it.
Well, this is a sinker, and it kind of just hangs middle. Rendon mentioned it, likes it low in the zone. Watch his head, eyes, barrel, all follow a pitch, guys, that we highlighted has had great success against this entire lineup, but this is the dude. Circled him before the game. This matchup, not only because he's a hot hitter, but how he matches Kyle Hendricks, and he shows it on display with that swing right there.
And Jessica, we talked about good things happening when you stay inside the baseball, especially with running scoring position. I have a pretty good feeling that this young man Rendon is going to be playing in the Fall Classic. Probably not with the Nationals, maybe with another team, because he is going to be one sought-after commodity. This guy can flat-out play, and very, very underrated.
Well, Hendricks tried back-to-back sinkers to Rendon. And for whatever reason, he's kind of gone away from his changeup here. 2 balls and no strikes now to count to Soto, rather. 3-run homer, making it a 2-run game. Soto with a ball that's crushed to right and off the wall. And that's going to bring the tying run to the plate and get the Cubs bullpen up in a hurry.
And Juan Soto, one of the best fastball hitters in the game, doesn't see a lot of them. So this time he gets it. He's ready for it. 87 miles an hour right down the middle, and knows exactly what to do with it. Beautiful swing. What Kevin Long told me, staying behind the baseball, staying centered, and staying tight. He wants 8 pitches and a swing. He got exactly that.
Matt, to your point, all Kyle Hendricks has thrown since Brian Dozier last inning is that sinker. Over and over and over again. He's gone away from his changeup. He's gone away from his curveball.
"19 straight sinkers. And make it 20 with that first one he threw Kurt Suzuki. Yeah, I don't know if this is an example of maybe a pitcher and catcher giving the opponents too much credit, right? They've seen my changeup all night. Third time through, let's go with something else. Or if he's lost his feel for that changeup.
And Matty, sometimes the combination is the nuances right here. And there's a big pitch right here. But what we sometimes take for granted, Matt, you mentioned earlier, the Cubs with the Mets are are the worst defensive team because they have 35 now. This is 36 errors. We take sometimes players for granted, like Javi Baez. He made 2 exceptional plays. What happens if Russell Addison makes that play? Maybe a completely different inning.
Inning started out with a liner to second, then a walk. Eaton then singled. That's the play that led to the error as well. Then the 3-run homer has really changed the complexion of the game. Hendricks gets a call up high, and it's 1-2.
And Soto is hot at second base, which means he is a likely candidate to run, and that would be a big play if he gets to third base. So always want to keep an eye on him.
1-2 pitch is a cue shot that's going to roll foul. Reminder, T-Mobile now connects 99% of baseball fans. Catch America's game on America's network, T-Mobile. Nationals bullpen is busy, and once again they have had such success as Wander Suero is such good success with Kyle McGowan keeping the ball game somewhat close. Giving themselves a chance. 1-2 to Suzuki. Wow, just missed, and I mean just missed. Or maybe not at all.
Sometimes the relationship, he's been back there with Jim Wolf for, over 5 innings. Sometimes you build that rapport back and forth. Sometimes you get the call.
On the ground to third, and Bryant's got it to take care of Suzuki. Quick throw back into first, but Soto didn't bite. A reminder, more baseball coming on ESPN on Tuesday. As part of a doubleheader, we'll see these Cubs battle the Phillies as they go back home. Zach Eflin duels with Jose Quintana. The nightcap is at Braves and Giants at 9:45 Eastern. And then a week from tonight, Jess, Buster, Alex, and I will be in St. Louis for the Braves and Cardinals. 2 gone now. Gerardo Parra tonight has struck out and singled. Out in front that time.
And that's Hendricks' 81st pitch. Exactly what it took him to throw a complete game a few weeks ago at Wrigley Field. Parra's a good hitter. Good matchup here for the Nationals.
Good change that time.
Back to back to Parra. This is something you'll see a lot from Kyle Hendricks. No one goes more back-to-back changeups than him. In fact, the closest pitcher with this pitch, so you kind of sink there late with the circle change, is 100 times less than Kyle Hendricks. Over 400 times he'll go back-to-back changeups the last 2 seasons.
And last time he hit the curveball, so you can almost eliminate that pitch.
Another changeup, and this time Parra was looking for it. He bangs it up the middle. Runners at the corners. Parra's on his way to second as the throw in hits the backstop. How Juan Soto doesn't score on that ball is beyond me. And not so much on the throw, but on the base hit.
Another changeup. We said last at bat, Matty, he hit a breaking ball. You can almost eliminate it. This time the changeup. And like I said, a good matchup for the Nationals. Really nice pickup by Rizzo and the Nationals with Parra. A guy that can play both sides and a really good contact.
You see Soto freezing on contact, balls in the air. And instead of reacting, Alex, and just knowing where the fielders are, no one's catching this ball. But Soto froze at contact, and that's why the hesitation there once he got to third base. So it isn't there at the end, it's at the very beginning. He took a step back towards second base.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if anyone catches it just because there's 2 outs, right? And he needs to be on the move.
And that's going to be all for Kyle Hendricks, who was just mowing him down through 4 and then has hit a wall here in the 6th inning. Cubs make a pitching change. We'll be right back.
Introducing the first of its kind Lexus UX and UX F Sport. Also available in hybrid all-wheel drive.
Lease the 2019 UX 200 for $329 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Pringles Wavy, with a big new crunch and totally different flavors. They're not really Pringles. Just like that's not really Daddy.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
New Pringles Wavy. They're not Pringles.
Every now and then I get a little bit thirsty for a Dos Equis. Every now and then I get a little bit hungry and I also need a side of nachos. Every now and then I order toast and I need Dos Equis tonight. And I'd also like some hot wings.
Make your summer jams even hotter with Dos Equis. Keep it interessante.
Snapple tastes just like us.
It does. You don't think they're actually...
They could be watching us on hidden camera, deciding which one of us is next. Nah.
That's silly.
Snapple tastes just like fruit, but Snapple.
The Lexus ES. Every curve, every innovation, every feeling. A product of mastery.
Lease the 2019 ES 350 for $379 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Well, the Nationals have the tying runs on base, but they had a situation where it looked like they were going to make it a 1-run game.
Yeah, man, and you ask why didn't it score? We're focused right here on Juan Soto, and watch his secondary, and then he comes back to second. Watch this, boom, and he comes back. That little hesitation is the reason why he doesn't score, and it's not a 1-run game right now. You know, he's 20 years old, and that's part of the learning process. But Dave Martinez and the coaching staff has to continue to work on him mentally.
Knowing the outs. Knowing the outs. 2 outs.
Ex-National Brandon Kinsler will be the new pitcher for Chicago, who will try to clean up the little mess left behind. I'll tell you, Kyle Hendricks just hit the wall tonight. He did not allow a hit through 4. He gave up a run on back-to-back singles in the 5th, no big deal, but in the 6th it just was a different story for him. Went away from the changeup completely. That is until the very end of his night when he threw 4 straight, but at one point went 20 straight sinkers and leaves with runs that are his responsibility, with his decision hanging in the balance here. Brian Dozier has an RBI tonight. And a good slider by Kinsler gets him to swing and miss. If you'd stopped watching sometime in the 4th and then come back to us, you'd be like, what happened? This looked like the guy was going to throw a no-hitter tonight. 1-1.
And Manny, you mentioned 20. 7 hits allowed by Hendricks over the last 20 innings. 4 hits on this inning.
Two balls and a strike to count to Brian Dozier. Nationals fans who are still optimistic that Washington could turn things around after their clunky start point to a number of things. Players getting healthy again, Rendon and Turner specifically, and Brian Dozier, who is a notorious second-half beast. Fly ball out to shallow left that will retire the side. However, the Anthony Rendon homer has made this a completely different storyline.
My experience with USA Air has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USAA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
It's either the assurance of a 165-point certification process, or it isn't. It's either testing an array of advanced safety systems, or it isn't. It's either the peace of mind of a standard 5-year unlimited mileage warranty, or it isn't. For those who never settle, it's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned sales event, now through May 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
We know the adventures of summer will last forever. We know the great outdoors. We love the great outdoors. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, where you can get amazing hot buys on the gear you need in stores and online, like Eclipse hydration packs for only $10, Bass Pro camp chairs for under $10, and save $150 on this Pit Boss pellet grill with free assembly and cover. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
To create the ultimate all-around mowing experience, don't follow the rules. Write your own. Durability matters, but true strength makes the most of every ounce. Redefine comfort. Design a command center built for speed and control. And deliver a best-in-class cut for creating more memorable outdoor moments. Step up to the all-new Ultima series from Cub Cadet.
Time now to go to Buster Olney with tonight's field level report, brought to you by Roundup.
And the poll question for this week: which of these 4 records is the most unbreakable? Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak, Barry Bonds' home run record, Pete Rose's 4,256 hits, or Cal Ripken's 2,632-game streak? A runaway with over 50,000 votes. Cal Ripken polling at 64%. And guys, that's the right answer.
Yeah, I don't see that one ever going away. Among the ones that I don't think will ever end, I don't think DiMaggio's streak's ever going to go down either. Oh, no, she stayed away from the pitchers on that, though. I think Cy Young's wins record is safe.
Yeah, but that feels like an of course, right? Like we kind of know that, where you wonder if someone might ever hit in 56 straight games.
Sure, that's fair. Wander Suero is the new pitcher. Been good his last 6 games. Second-year right-hander will try to keep this a 2-run deficit in the top of the 7th. Suero comes on as a part of a double switch. It also brings on Howie Kendrick, one of the Nationals' best bats, who had the night off to start, but now that this has become a closer game, he enters on the double switch. Addison Russell making his first plate appearance of the night, and a line shot out the other way for Eaton.
Davey Martinez was high on Wander Suero, talking about him pregame to us. We spoke at length about the struggles of the bullpen, but this is someone that he said has great late life on his fastball. He's kind of trusted to go to a little more often. He's got to find the few dudes that he has to really get to Sean Doolittle, who's their closer.
Who would be available tonight in the right circumstance despite pitching yesterday. Here's Wilson Contreras now, who's been hit by a pitch and doubled.
Suero's a cutter guy. 94, and just to your point, showing really good life. Martinez told us he's someone that he's pitching well and someone he'll lean on before Doolittle.
And he did push him. He said this last few weeks he's been scoreless 13 of the 19 innings he's pitched to throw that cutter.
Well, the task stays the same for Suero as it was for McGowan in front of him, and Hellickson before that. Try to elevate against Contreras, something like that, top of the strike zone. If you're going to find a place to beat him, that would be it, because if it's down low, the balance of power switches in favor of the hitter.
Slice it in half. You see guys that, yeah, they're good at one part of the zone. You don't see these extremes, especially with a hitter as good as Wilson Contreras. Ball and 2 strikes.
Wander Suero has been around for a long time. Nationals signed him back in 2010 out of the Dominican Republic. The jam sandwich that time fouled away. Finally made his big league debut last year. In his 9th year in the system.
And Dave Martinez and the Nats are desperately looking for a 7th or an 8th inning guy.
Another jam shot. Hey, play ball is MLB's initiative to inspire all forms of baseball and softball participation, making play opportunities available and fun for everyone. To find a youth organization near you, go to playball.org.
Alex, you were talking about how the Nationals are looking for bullpen heroes to emerge. Look, and just talking with some of their players yesterday, I think they're so relieved that no one has grabbed the National League East by the throat, and they feel like, you know what, there's time to sort through some of their things. Getting Trey Turner back at shortstop, their defense should improve, but you're right, the bullpen is the #1 concern as they move forward.
Yeah, and I think the question that everyone wants to know is, you know, we thought that the NL East was going to be a 4-team race, bumper to bumper. The question is, this can get really quickly into a 2-team race. So the Nationals certainly have a chance, and when they have this really, really strong starting pitching, if Mike Rizzo, the general manager, can go out and get some middle relief help, you never know.
Phillies have the hold on the top spot, 2.5 games better than the Braves. Nobody's really run away and hid, that's for sure.
And one name to keep in mind too as we move forward, once we get past the June amateur draft, then Craig Kimbrell, who's still a free agent, possible Hall of Fame closer, he won't be tethered to draft pick compensation anymore. That'll make him more attractive to bidders. He's been connected a lot through speculation with the National League East team. Maybe he lands with one of them.
And Busters, it's the subtle moves and the nuances. I mean, I think a guy like Parra was a subtle move, but a good move. And you've seen pay dividends in today's game. He's a scrappy player with a lot of grit. You can find those same type of pitchers that can pitch the 7th and the 8th to complement and set up Doolittle.
2-2 to Descalzo's fouled away. Well, think about how many moves the Nationals have made to try to fix what has been not just a story this year, but for the last number of years. They made the big move to get Doolittle, sending Blake Trinan to Oakland. Last few years, they have made more bullpen acquisitions than any team in the division. And they're still looking for that formula.
And when you think about the bullpen's been one issue, but this year, Matt, they've lost their 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th hitter. And you know, not every team can be like the Yankees, where they have a different hero from the minor leagues come up and be a hero. Once the big boys have left, they've played over 600 baseball. Is the breadth of roster depth the Yankees have and the lack thereof that the Nationals have. But now that the players are back, they got to be feeling pretty good about the future.
And all business 1, 2, 3, 7 for Wander Suero.
Give your yard a beautiful upgrade with Heritage Landscape Design. We do all jobs, big and small. Whether it's a patio, fire pit, retaining wall, or a complete open-air living space, our design professionals will help you draw up the plans and create your own unique outdoor area. Don't wait to turn your dreams into reality. Call or visit our website today, then sit back and enjoy the outdoors in style with a yard you've always wanted. Heritage Landscape Design. Your new outdoor getaway is closer than you think.
Next on the agenda, Priceline will partner with even more Vegas hotels to turn their available rooms into amazing deals. Ladies Weekend delegates, how do you vote? Just gonna count that as a yes. The nightclub DJs.
Yes.
Just turn that down. And magician delegates, how do you vote? That is freaky. The motion passes. More great deals from Priceline. Priceline, every trip is a big deal.
Pringles wavy with a big new crunch and totally different flavors. They're not really Pringles. Just like that's not really Daddy.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
New Pringles Wavy. They're not Pringles.
This network saved my life.
Why Carrie chose Verizon.
My car was swept away in a flash flood. After about 5 hours, a lot of phone calls, they sent a helicopter, picked me up to safety.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like big savings on our best phones when you switch. That's Verizon.
Experience the style, craftsmanship, and technology that have made the RX the leading luxury SUV of all time.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Discover a new wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it.
You guys hungry?
Mrs. Gorman. Hey, Theo.
OnStar, I have the stolen vehicle in sight. OnStar, slow it down.
Mr. Grantham, this is OnStar. The police have your vehicle.
Thank you so much. Rizzo is hammered to the opposite field. Soto's back, and it's gone! Well, it looked like the Cubs were going to run away and hide tonight, but not so fast, as they say on College Game Day here on ESPN on the Geico Game Track. It's just a two-run game. Javi Baez has left the game after an injury fielding a ground ball to his right ankle. If we get further word on that, we'll update you. And the Nationals, after being behind 6-1, came back on the 3-run homer by Anthony Rendon to make it just a 2-run game. Howie Kendrick makes his first plate appearance of the game and promptly puts a charge in a ball. Sends it into the bullpen. Hey, Howie, come join the party. Dude hasn't seen a pitch all night.
And an ambush here on a fastball by Kendrick, who hits the ball to right center as well as anybody. This time ambush to left center field. Very aggressive, predator-like. Bam!
There's Victor Robles now. Did you ever have a game where you didn't start and you came in a switch or pinch hit, first pitch dinger, and then sat back down?
Never, and every time I came to pinch hit, I stunk. It is the most difficult job. When you think about one of the greatest, Manny Mota from the Dodgers, Jess, this is Dodger world. Yeah. Let the world in pinch hits. Yep. I don't know how they do it. I really don't.
Yeah, you didn't double switch a lot as an American League guy. Ball and 2 strikes, the count to Victor Robles.
And that's why what Addison Russell's doing tonight is so difficult to replace Baez. I mean, mentally, you're sleeping for 4 or 5 innings. Maybe not so much in the National League, in the American League. But still, you're not expecting Javi Baez to go anywhere.
Cubs bullpen is active. Steve Cishek is up, as well as Xavier Cedeno.
And Hendrick ambushing his second time this month. He hits a first pitch home run.
Slider takes care of Robles.
This pitch pitch right down the middle. Howie Kendrick so ready for this. 91 miles an hour coming in. 108 going out. That 18-degree launch angle, that's the cookie zone. Didn't get very high, 51 feet up in the air. Didn't need that much distance either, but enough to get a homer.
Trey Turner on the first pitch chops it to third for Bryant, and a quick out number 2. Yeah, they didn't get much going against Kyle Hendricks early. They scored a run on back-to-back hits in the 5th, and that was the jumping off point to a much different looking night for the home side. The homer by Kendrick making it a 1-run game, and with the left-handed hitting Adam Eaton due up, Joe Madden makes a pitching change. We'll be right back.
3 facts. 1, crude oil is crude. 2, natural gas is pure. 3, Pennzoil is made from natural gas. It gives you unbeatable engine protection. The proof is in the Pennzoil.
Get huge savings on clothing for the outdoors only at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Like Redhead Trailhead cargo shorts starting at under $20. And Worldwide Sportsman Angler shirts starting at under $20. Your adventure starts here.
Discover a new wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Ace.
The best time to buy a grill from our exclusive lineup of premium brands.
Get free assembly and free delivery on grills $3.99 and up, plus free fuel.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At Fidelity, we help you prepare for the unexpected with retirement planning and advice for what you need today and tomorrow. Because when you're with Fidelity, there's nothing to stop you from moving forward.
Beautiful, isn't it? Just wait till you get to the register. Introducing new lower prices on produce. Attaboy.
Time now for the Corona Premier moment. We've chosen 2 of them because these 2 homers have gotten the Nationals back into the game. 3-run shot by Anthony Rendon in the 6th, made it 6-4, and then it gets closer still on the first pitch homer by Howie Kendrick this inning. The lineup that looked half asleep the first 4 innings of the game has come alive, and it has in part forced the Cubs to make another pitching change. Xavier Cedeno takes over on the mound, looking for one final out here in the 7th.
A lot of cutters. A changeup just was activated from the injured list on May 11th. 2.43 ERA. Last season, the White Sox and the Brewers.
Wrist inflammation landed him on the injured list. Went out on a rehab assignment. And here he is going to work against the left-handed hitting Adam Eaton.
And he should get a boatload of cutters and sliders to the left-hander Adam Eaton.
And it's Cedeno benefiting from a high strike zone. Four unanswered runs by the Nationals, delivered by the 2 homers we showed you a moment ago.
And this would be a humongous win because it wins the series for the Nationals, and it can restart their season with all their guys coming back, getting their pitching in order. Look, other teams are struggling. Mets are struggling. There's other teams. They still feel that they have a shot, and this would be huge tonight.
Well, especially considering how the game started. You get 3 innings out of your starter tonight. He walked the bases loaded to start the ball game. The Cubs only got one, and if the Cubs can't hold on here, they might go back and circle that missed opportunity in the first. It didn't look like that was going to be a big deal when they had a 5-run lead a moment ago.
And you have a guy in the mound that's the hottest pitcher on the planet. Gave up 1 earned run over 29. 7 hits over the last 20 innings. And then in his last inning gives up 4 hits. I mean, that's what makes baseball the greatest game in the world, because it's so unpredictable. And you still have to go out and play every day and execute.
Joe Madden and his first-year bench coach Mark Loretta. They're the ones thinking about bullpen options as Eaton's aboard on a base hit. And that's likely going to move the Cubs to the bullpen once again.
Indeed. A double switch to face their hottest hitter, Rendon.
Steve Cishek's ready to go. And he'll face that man as the go-ahead run when we come back in D.C.
Would you care for another helping, darling?
Yes, my love.
Garçon. Red Bull gives you wings.
What can I get you?
A vodka soda, please.
With a twist?
Sure.
Pickle juice?
No, thank you. That's blue.
Sugar on the rim?
I ordered a vodka soda. Did you just put candy in there? It's a glow stick.
All right.
That's smoked hot.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
Sip slow.
Beer, please.
Want that dirty?
Dirty beer?
Jane, this is Jim from OnStar. I've contacted help, and they're on their way.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm going to stay with you until help arrives.
Thank you. Dear, it just came out of nowhere.
This network saved my life.
Why Carrie chose Verizon.
My car was swept away in a flash flood. After about 5 hours, a lot of phone calls, they sent a helicopter, picked me up to safety.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like big savings on our best phones when you switch. That's Verizon.
Blue Moon is a Belgian-style wheat beer brewed with Valencia orange peel for a flavorful and refreshing taste that shines brighter. Reach for the moon.
Get amazing hot buys on the gear you need only at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Like Berkeley Trilene XL or XT monofilament line, buy one, get one free. And Bass Pro Freestyle spinning combos for under $30.
ESPN's telecast of Sunday Night Baseball is presented by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss. Business always brisk at the Jefferson Memorial. And a lot of bodies moving around in this one tonight, too. David Bodie is on in a double switch. And that brings on right-hander Steve Cishek. The man at the plate responsible for most of the damage in Washington coming back tonight. His 3-run homer against Kyle Hendricks made it 6-4. The solo shot by Howie Kendrick made it 6-5. And it's Rendon here representing the go-ahead run.
Rendon's home run was for sure the shift in momentum. And granted, they haven't grabbed the lead, but you can definitely feel that Washington, their hitters, are on a rally, and it was that at bat. Alex, you mentioned it. Hendricks, even though he'd given up a couple hits, no one had really hit him hard. And Rendon crushed him for the home run out to right field.
And this is so far the biggest at bat of the game. You have the Nationals' hottest hitter and the Cubs and Cishek, the hottest guy from their bullpen. He's been lights out.
paying attention to Eaton at first, and Rendon fights off the ball in his fists and lines it to Russell to retire the side. Hit it on the screws, but it found a glove. To the 8th in a now 1-run game.
This would be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef or slow-cooked shredded chicken plus a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos box, only at Taco Bell.
Geico makes it easy to get help when you need it, with licensed agents available 24/7. It's not just easy. It's having a walrus and goal easy.
It's a walrus! Ridiculous! Yes! Nice save, big guy!
Good job, Duncan! Way to go!
It's not just easy, it's Geico easy.
Oh, Duncan, stay up. No sleepies.
I found a place in my heart. I found a light in the dark. I found my heaven.
The new Range Rover Evoque.
At Fidelity, we make sure you have a clear plan to cover the essentials in retirement, as well as all the things you want to do. Because when you're ready for what comes next, the only direction is forward.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby. Compete locally and swing your way to the finals at the 2019 MLB All-Star Week in Cleveland. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLBshop.com to find the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, jerseys, hoodies, collectibles, and more. My goodness, like a taping of the Oprah show going on out there. Commemorate your favorite team at MLBshop.com. I'll get it right. Jason Hayward leads things off in the Chicago half of the 8th. With Jessica Mendoza, Alex Rodriguez, and Buster Olney, Matt Vasgersian. This has been a fun one tonight. It almost feels like two different games. The Cubs run away through the first 4. And then Washington coming back on the long ball to make it a 1-run game. Wander Suero continues on the mound after a 1-2-3 7th. Rendon and Kendrick with homers to make it a 1-run affair.
And a good night here for Hayward, who has 2 hits tonight, coming into tonight 1 for 24, and also an excellent defensive play with a shotgun throw to second base.
Two and 2. Hayward, Almora, and Bodie here for the Cubs, who would love a little bit of separation. And a called strike 3. Not as happy in the Cubs dugout as when they scored the run on the squeeze, for which Joe Madden was wearing a microphone.
Well, yeah, watch the signs, okay? Because may want you to hit right. We'll just see what happens here. Way to run the bases. Attaboy. Attaboy.
Speed kill.
Hey, Matty, so far in this game, the difference has been base running. Great base running by Hayward, and not so good for Juan Soto.
I like Mark Loretta there, the Cubs bench coach, channeling a little Howard Cosell doing Monday Night Football highlights. Raiders, you know, like Ken Stabler to Cliff Branch. That was Howard. Raiders trailing by 7. But there, Cliff Branch speed kills Raiders time. And a ball that Turner can't quite corral. And now the speed of Albert Almora Jr., something that the Nationals have to deal with.
And Matt, you've been saying it all night. And the third hit, 2 doubles and a third one on the inside part of the plate. Almora Jr. has proven he is Gary Sheffield quick-like in there. And even though it's a jam shot, he just has a really nice tight path to it and caught a break there with Trey Turner.
How about Turner? It's in his glove. Oh, man. In the glove and kind of flips it out. Great hustle. Ends up in center field.
I know he didn't catch that. Did you guys see how much ground he covered?
Yeah.
Good Lord. A strike to David Bodie. Scoring that is an error on Trey Turner, by the way.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they'll have to switch that.
There's no way.
Not an error.
In center field.
Hey, don't yell at me. I'm just telling you what happened.
Come on, Matt. I mean, Buster, to your point, he actually looked like Jerry Rice running into the middle center field. The fact that he's a world-class runner and he gets a glove is a phenomenal effort. And to get an error on that is absolutely not right.
There's no way.
Well, how many shortstops are even touching that ball?
He's probably the only one.
I mean, even if you pan out to see where he is in relation to the rest of the field, nowhere near shortstop.
I mean, this young man went to NC State. He could have played wide receiver there. He's a 4-2, 4-3 runner. Look at the ground coverage. Look at the ground. Full sprint. Lays out. No way.
It's not an error. We will fight it.
Yes.
All right. It's been changed.
There. See? Alex went and put someone in a headlock.
A couple of whiners.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's from Miami, 305.
Gee whiz.
Well, and I'll defend, and you guys will back me up on this. I'll defend the official score in this situation because the press box in Washington in Nationals Park is higher than just about any other park, and so maybe the perspective a little bit off.
I think that's a good explanation.
Fair.
You need binoculars.
And Bodie swings and misses.
It's that nasty cutter. You're going to see this pitch not only cut away from the bat of Bodie, but almost look like a slider in the depth that it gets late. Filthy pitch. This is where Davey Martinez has so much confidence in him. Once he starts throwing strikes to set up that pitch, Bodie didn't have a chance.
So here's Schwarber now with Almora still aboard and 2 gone. Trying to crowd him, and he yanks it into right. Almora to third.
And a terrific night for Schwarber continues. 2 sac flies, 2 RBIs, and now a cutter in and just rips it very quick, lightning fast. And Joe Madden told us today, just like he told us, he predicted Chris Bryant was going to get hot. He did the same thing today with Schwarber. He's starting to hit mistakes. Watch it.
And that'll bring up the very dangerous Chris Bryant. Chris singled in a run in his last at-bat. He of the 3 home runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings on Friday. Line to Turner, who gobbles it up to retire the side and strand a pair. Nationals bullpen, much maligned, continues to hold tonight. To the bottom of the 8th in a still 1-run game.
Get huge savings on clothing for the outdoors only at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Like Redhead Trailhead cargo shorts starting at under $20. And Worldwide Sportsman Angler shirts starting at under $20. Your adventure starts here.
The Works Hydro Shot, the world's first portable power cleaner that lets you clean anytime, anywhere. Fueled by a 20-volt max lithium battery, it's self-contained and pressurizes any freshwater source. Just grab and go to clean anywhere and everywhere, leaving dirt and grime where it belongs. You can even use your normal hose and boost its pressure up to 10 times. Don't let messes build up. Quickly and easily maintain your outside spaces and gear all year with the Works Hydro Shot. Available at Lowe's.
Get amazing hot buys on the gear you need only at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Like Berkeley Trilene XL or XT monofilament line, buy one get one free. And Bass Pro Freestyle spinning combos for under $30.
Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived. Corona Premier.
Introducing freedom from the bounds of convention. It's performance born of refinement. The 2020 Lexus RCF Track Edition and RCF. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Warriors Blazers Game 4 on ESPN. Western Conference Finals presented by Google Nest.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Tomorrow on ESPN Plus, Yankees and Orioles start a 4-game series at Camden Yards at 7:05. Start your free trial now by downloading the app or going to ESPNplus.com so you can watch the game anywhere. The Yankees just got through with another successful series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Took 2 out of 3 from them last weekend and did the same thing this weekend. Meanwhile, a 1-run affair here as Juan Soto leads things off in the home 8th. Soto, Suzuki, and Parra here for the Nats. You know, we were talking earlier about Juan Soto getting back on track. And a quick at-bat kind of interrupted where we were going in terms of technique and some of the things that he's doing with his hitting coach Kevin Long.
Yeah, look, he's only 20. We saw the mental mistake at second base. The same is true at the plate. This is a work in progress. This young man has unlimited potential and talent, but there's going to be some growing pains. And what it comes down to is learning to recognize breaking balls, sit on breaking balls, knowing which to hit and which to take. And what happens, Matty and Jess, is that when you have your strength is hitting a fastball and you never see fastballs, he sees less fastballs than anybody else. Your strength becomes your weakness, and he's getting beat, and he got beat tonight a couple times on fastballs.
Called strike 3 taken by Soto here.
Yeah, and what you'll see here with Kevin Long coming out here today at 3 o'clock, and he's working on path here and just being short to the ball, staying on top, something that Kevin Long teaches, back knee to the ground. But the number one thing he wanted to focus on was making sure he wasn't sliding back and not getting in a hitting position. So.
Well, there's Alex in stereo. It was such a good breakdown. We had to hear it again.
Double up.
Is it Groundhog Day or something? There's Kurt Suzuki now. Suzuki 1 for 3 with a run scored tonight.
Rubber band was cool.
Yeah, you know, man, just to finish the point, there's 2 things that Kevin Long is doing to help out Soto. One, he has the belt wrapped around his, and he does that every day, and that helps him stay back on the ball, stay grounded, and then he's hitting breaking balls every day. And watching spin every day, there'll be a residual benefit down the road.
Did you ever wrap a band around you to try to stay back?
Every day.
Slow roller for Russell, but with plenty of time to get Suzuki for out number 2.
You know, the other part, if you think about Soto being 20 years old, Jess, this young man has probably never struggled. He's been dominant everywhere he's gone. He came into the league and he was on fire last year. This year, he's supposed to be, you know, Bryce Harper 2.0, a lot of the pressure on his shoulders. And the bottom line is this: you get punched in the stomach one time, you get humbled a little bit, you refocus. Kevin Long told me he's gone to him and said, let's start elevating our work and our work ethic. Good for him.
Here's Gerardo Parra now.
Balancing that too with Juan Soto said it yesterday. He was there early as he was today, hitting extra, doing all the things that he can, but he's also like, I gotta remember this is a game. This is supposed to be fun. It's like a lot of times it feels like a business. It feels like something that you need to take so seriously that you forget why you played in the first place. And that's something when you look at his frustration, just watching him work for hours and every day. There's a grind and a balance there too of just wanting to go out and play and have fun again.
When I was 20, I had the luxury to play in the shadow of Ken Griffey Jr. Soto had the luxury to play in the under the shadow of Bryce Harper. Now he's gone, and it's a different ballgame, different responsibility, a lot more weight on your shoulder, and on your shoulders, and he'll be fine. It's just it's a work in progress.
Was it adjustment for you after Ken Griffey Jr. was gone?
It was huge, but the difference for me was I was already 6 or 7 years into the big leagues versus a young man like Soto that just got up last year.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Gerardo Parra.
This is a big at bat right here. I mean, you're talking about the Cubs' hottest pitcher coming out of the bullpen, Parra, that I think was a terrific move and pickup, a subtle one by Mike Rizzo. I think he's going to help him here for the rest of the year.
The returns have been good. 7 for 21 with a couple of homers since joining the Nats. Veteran player, 2-time Gold Glover as an outfielder, playing first base tonight.
And a winning type player. Very easy to overlook these kind of players. They don't have the. Oh, love it.
Fights off a 3-2 pitch for a base hit, keeping the inning alive.
Gritty player. Reminds me of a young Luis Polonia. Just scrappy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my first call of the year.
It's not a bad call. I get that a little bit. A little more pop. I think Parra has more pop than Luis Polonia. Doesn't use quite as big a glove.
More gold gloves, more eye black.
We're going to have a pinch hitter announced for Washington, and that's going to bring pitching coach Tommy Hotovy out to the mound. Adrian Sanchez is the pinch hitter for the Nats. Two-out base hit by Parra keeps the inning alive. He represents the go-ahead run here in the 8th. Reminder after we're done to stick around for SportsCenter with Bucci and Levy. They'll have the story of Fenway Park's head groundskeeper, friend of ours named Dave Meller, and his dog Drago that saved his life. Plus Raptors Bucks, Milwaukee on top 2-0. And Tom Rinaldi one-on-one with Brooks Koepka after winning his 2nd straight PGA Championship. SportsCenter next right here on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Brooks was dominant.
And
dominant.
Parra could be a runner here too.
Ball and no strikes, the count to Sanchez. See that note on the Nationals? They have had some comeback in them this year. 5 wins this season after trailing in the 8th or later. And if they come back, this would be a big-time snatch them back. Down 6-1 at one point. One and one.
Just one advantage too that I had playing once Griffey left. I had Jay Buhner, I had Edgar Martinez, I had Jamie Moyer, I had great leaders all around me. And Soto's a guy they're going to lean on him very shortly.
Oh, Steve Cishek getting serious on the lower quadrants here, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
In a 1-2 pitch, again, that runner at first base becomes hot, very hot, because you want to get to second base and maybe a blooper gets you a tight ball game. So I will keep an eye on Parra.
Oh, yeah. A couple of low strikes and then made him chase the slider out of the zone. Great work by Steve Cishek to hold the 1-run lead as we go to the 9th.
Look at that sustainable wild caught, or responsibly farmed. And now at a lower price. Ah, confetti.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with turbo. Feel alive.
Want to try out my time machine? It runs on Doritos.
Okay.
Yes!
This is the greatest moment of my life! Out of my yard!
Jimmy? You're so old.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Makeup mode. Done. Ooh, remind me to update my profile pic. Okay.
Great. Another wireless ad. So many of them are full of this complicated, tricky language about their network and offers and blah, 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 blah. Look, Sprint's gonna do things differently and let you decide for yourself. They're offering a new 100% total satisfaction guarantee. Try it out and see the savings. If you don't love it, get your money back. See? Simple. Now Sprint's unlimited plan comes with one of the newest phones included for just $35 a month. So switch now.
Pringles Wavy, with a big new crunch and totally different flavors. They're not really Pringles. Just like that's not really Daddy.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
New Pringles Wavy. They're not Pringles.
Rizzo, Russell, and Contreras here in the top of the ninth inning in a one-run lead for Chicago, taking swings against left-hander Matt Grace, for whom his last handful of outings have not brought great returns, starting on Friday when he was charged with 4 earned runs in just an inning of work. One of those who was victimized by Chris Bryant late. Didn't work yesterday, so Grace will get back out there tonight and try to put that bad taste behind him.
Matt, when he's going well, he's getting ground balls. Sinker, slider, had a career year last year. You'll see him at a 55% ground ball rate. That's 10% higher than league average.
Anthony Rizzo has walked and homered tonight. Cubs have never trailed, but the Nationals have made it not quite as comfortable here late. On a fine play there by Kendrick. There's one away.
And we've talked about the subtleties. I want you to keep an eye right here on Trey Turner on his footwork. He'll have a lean and a two-step going to second base. That to me as a hitter is enough time. I know a fastball away is coming, and sure enough, it was a fastball 94 miles an hour. If you give a good hitter that type of competitive advantage, he becomes great, and a great hitter, well, you make him a Hall of Famer.
So Matt Grace pitches to one batter, retires Anthony Rizzo, and then will yield for a right-handed reliever that'll try to get Russell and Contreras. A pitching change with one gone in the inning, and we'll be right back.
It's either the assurance of a 165-point certification process, or it isn't. It's either testing an array of advanced safety systems, or it isn't. It's either the peace of mind of a standard 5-year unlimited mileage warranty, or it isn't. For those who never settle, it's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned sales event, now through May 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Tracker Boats. They're the world's #1 selling fishing boats for some powerful reasons. Check them out at your nearest Tracker Boats dealer, and you'll see why. Tracker's Revolution hull offers a ride so smooth, it's guaranteed. And Tracker boats are backed by the best factory warranty in aluminum boats, well equipped and ready to fish. Now get a $1,000 gift card with purchase of a Tracker Pro Team 175 TXW at select Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, and other fine dealers.
This happens all the time. I'll help take care of it.
No, I'll take care of it.
What's that?
The budget insurance companies are building these cheap knockoff robots to compete with us.
How may I assist you, fine gentleman?
Looks really freaky.
One thing is certain, these bots don't have the compassion of a real State Farm agent.
I have compassion.
Chill, we cool.
I am so sorry for your automobile.
Well, the Nationals go back to the bullpen after Matt Grace retires the leadoff hitter in the ninth. It'll be Kyle Bearclaw that'll try to get through the rest of this and give the Nats a chance down by a run. Bearclaw also pitched on Friday in that series opener, and he, like Grace, did not fare very well. Recorded only 1 out, gave up 2 homers. And he too will try to bounce back and get that one out of memory tonight.
Something that will change, guys. Next year we will not see a pitcher face only 1 batter. We've seen it twice tonight. Joe Madden did it earlier this game. Matt Grace just saw 1 batter this inning. Next year a pitcher has to face 3 batters unless he's ending the inning.
Here's Addison Russell, who's hitless in his 1 plate appearance tonight. And Bearclaw yanks the first pitch he throws him.
Which just, I think that rule, I think it's a good rule, but it actually is going to change the way managers think about setting up their lineups, because it'll be paramount to put lefty righty. It would be silly to string 3 lefties or 3 righties together because of that rule.
I think it's also going to change who stays employed in Major League bullpens.
Yeah,
like
the lefty specialist.
The lefty specialist, it might be harder to justify a spot on a 25-man roster for that guy moving forward.
How good does he splits? I mean, splits are going to become so much more imperative and important.
Somewhere Jesse Orozco is smiling that he played in the prior era. Although Jesse, back in the day, he can get lefties and righties out. He was, of course, got the last out of the Mets in the World Series. A big moment for Moses, who's back in New York.
Not happy. Mets losing 5 in a row.
3 balls and a strike. Contreras next, and then the pitcher spot. By the way, when the Nationals bat in the bottom of the 9th, they'll have the bottom of their lineup. They'll have a pinch hitter, then Kendrick and Robles. Full count now. And we're not sure who from that Cubs bullpen will be tasked with closing it down. Kyle Ryan's the lefty. Brad Brock, who's got closer experience at the major league level, the right-hander. Full count pitch to Addison Russell, fouled away. Nine hits on both sides tonight for the Nationals. Those didn't come until after the 4th inning. Russell on a well-hit ball to right center, chasing Robles, who makes the catch, crashing into the scoreboard.
Two big things with this. First of all, the jump that he gets to be able to get to this ball. And guys, this is where it's such an advantage at your home ballpark, because when he jumps, he knows where he's at within the stadium. Feels the warning track, jumps, braces himself, able to understand where he's at in the wall to time this jump perfectly. It's not only about getting to the ball, but also understanding when to be able to make that grab with that wall looming only feet away.
You know, you might be tempted to say on a catch like that, happy birthday. And in the case of Victor Robles, it is in fact his birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Big 2-2.
Yeah, the old guy's 22 years old.
Up there.
Man. Here's Wilson Contreras now. Well, the Nationals knew that Victor Robles was in the system and coming. They knew that Soto was going to be good. I don't know that they knew he was going to be that good last year. But all of that made the blow, absorbing the blow of losing Bryce Harper, a little easier. It's up to the next class now.
And a lot of it, Matt, for me, I played about 20 years for two teams, the Mariners early and the Yankees late. I played for 3 managers. And that stability that you have at your home, it's just like a family. To have that one voice, that one message, the ultimate is Bill Belichick, what they've done in New England, right? But not everyone could be like that. But it's super important to have a consistent face. There's been a lot of turnover here with the Nationals.
6 managers in 10 years, and famously none of them lasting 3 full seasons. Dave Martinez just starting his 2nd season on the job. And you got to go back to Frank Robinson, who was the first manager here, who came here from Montreal, to find the last manager that got that kind of tenure.
Very difficult and confusing for a young player. I mean, just think about if you're a freshman at Stanford and then sophomore year, junior year, keep switching it up. Different voice, different messages. When you have one voice, like Chris Bryant and Rizzo and Addison Russell and Javi Baez, they've had Joe Madden. That consistency pays nice dividends.
3 balls and a strike to count to Wilson Contreras. Base is empty with 2 gone as Contreras takes ball 4. Well, we were speculating on which Cub that was up in the bullpen would get the opportunity to close the game if they pinch hit for Cishek, but in fact they're not going to pinch hit for Cishek, because this is the guy clearly that Joe Madden wants to at least open the 9th inning.
And guys, I've been looking back through it. The longest outing that I can find for Cishek since 2012 is 2 innings, and if they give him a chance to close this out, be his longest outing since that date, May 2012.
It gives you an indication of how good he has been, not just tonight, this season.
Two balls and no strikes.
Little scouting report on Cishek after talking with him yesterday. He can kill a wiffle ball.
Yeah, skill set that would not do him any good tonight.
When he throws the good slider, it looks like a wiffle ball, I'll tell you that. But also, you think about Carl Edwards and how important he is in this team. If he's right, he's pitching in tonight's game.
Yeah.
On the inside corner at 95 miles an hour.
This would be his longest outing in 7 years. That's very interesting 9th inning coming up. And he couldn't be further from the plate. I mean,
yet not looking very hitterish, as it were.
I mean, this is amazing. This is the exact opposite.
Just an inside pitch.
We talked about Rizzo being on top of the plate. This is the opposite. I got a little closer. Nice adjustment.
That was hilarious.
He wants to take away that outside corner. Here we go. Chopper weakly hit to second for Kendrick to retire the side and set up the Nationals with an opportunity to come back late tonight. Howie's homer made it a 1-run game. That same man will lead off the 9th, down a run.
Creating the perfect night just takes a little creativity. The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived. Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. Corona Premier.
I can't believe it. I've been playing 4-on-4 with a barbershop quartet.
Pass the ball, pass the rock. We're open, just pass the ball.
Nah, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico. Yeah.
The J, shoot.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance. gangs are forming to liberate tacos from Tuesday. So whether your gang is crunchy, soft, or straight up locos, it's time to come together and fight for tacos any night.
Are they dance fighting?
Taco Bell Party Packs. Order ahead or get it delivered for your gang on TacoBell.com.
A one-run game as we enter the bottom half of the ninth. Howie Kendrick will lead things off. That was the swing that made it a one-run game. His homer on the first pitch he saw all night in the bottom of the seventh inning. $23,000 plus here on a Sunday night, hoping that the home side can rally here and claim 2 out of 3 in this weekend series with the Chicago Cubs. So it'll be Howie Kendrick to lead it off, then Robles and Trey Turner at the top of the order. Steve Cishek will in fact be given an opportunity to shut it down, or at least open the ninth. All right-handed hitters due up, and Alex, we talked about it last half inning. This would be the longest outing for Cishek in the better part of 7 years if it happens that way.
Yeah, it's definitely a stretch. Joe Maddon's telling you how important and the urgency in this win as he sees it. Both you have a righty and a lefty should be up ready in the bullpen. The reason why I like this is Kendrick, who you mentioned, Matt, hit a first pitch home run. The second first pitch home run he's hit in this last month. This is the matchup for Kendrick right here. And Cishek, who's been tough on righties and lefties all year. First pitch, last time was a fastball. Maybe Cishek will spin a little slider up there first pitch.
Not a lot of head-to-head between these two over the years. Only one previous meeting. Cishek retired Kendrick in that previous at-bat. And with a good barehanded play, he's going to get him again here. Oh, wow. Anthony Rizzo makes those throws in the dirt look routine.
From one MVP to an all-star and a platinum winner, Anthony Rizzo, terrific play. Makes it look easy. And reminds me of a guy that I came up watching, Keith Hernandez. A thing of beauty. Look how low he is right here. Look how his head. See how Steele looks it all the way into his glove, and then the right technique attacks it. Look at his head. Look at his head. Almost down like a catcher to make sure he sees the ball.
Two-time Gold Glover who's made a presence tonight, homering and playing fine defense. Here's Robles now, who made a great defensive play last half inning in celebration of his 22nd birthday. On a 30-30 pace. 8 homers, 8 stolen bases. By the way, 8 homers and 6 bunt singles this year. He is truly a dual threat. Rizzo hoping for room, and there are 2 away.
And sure enough, the platinum, really nice, finding the fence first and then reaching over. You know, to think right there, finds the fence with his left. Great presence. Nice catch. He loves it.
Fired up.
Trey Turner represents the last chance for the Nationals tonight, and Cishek starts him with a strike.
And you need to keep Turner off the bases, because if he gets on base anyhow, anyway, is an automatic double.
He has walked in 4 trips to the plate. Chopper to third, that should do it. And the Cubs are able to hold on. The Nationals came back on the long ball to make it a close one. But it's the Chicago bullpen that's able to stave off the rest of the rally and take 2 out of 3 here in D.C. Coming up next at SportsCenter Tuesday on ESPN. These Cubs take on the Phillies at 7 Eastern. Braves and Giants at 9:45. For Alex Rodriguez, Jessica Mendoza, and Buster Olney, Matt Vasgersian saying good night from Nationals Park, where the Cubs are 1-run winners. It's time for SportsCenter with Steve Levy and John Buccigross. Guys, take it away.
All right, Matty B, thanks very much. Bucci and I will be the only ones double toe tapping tonight on the mound. A masterful SportsCenter begins right now.
Steve, they have the best records in the American League, but who will come out on top? The Baseball Tonight crew on the Astros, Twins, and Yankees. The Raptors struggle to close out the Bucks in regulation. 2 overtimes tonight in Game 3. The finish and reaction in Toronto coming up. And Brooks Koepka survives Bethpage. How he won his 4th major in 8 starts.
I'm just glad we didn't have to play anymore.
Too hot, too prime, home run Rizzo.
We heard so much about him before the call-up, and then he appeared, and then there wasn't a lot of pop, and then the top of the 8th, tied at 1, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Gone. 4th of the season in his 19th game. Took his dad 39 games to get the 4.
Vladdy gets into one. Deep left field. That ball is murderized. A 2-run homer deep into the bleachers in left field.
And that one a no doubt.
So a good game for Vladimir Guerrero, a good game for the Cubs and Anthony Rizzo. He joins us live here on SportsCenter. And Riz, a nice 9th inning. You had 3 putouts. I want to start with that scoop. You've won 2 Gold Gloves in your career. What's your technique on a play like that? Who taught you that?
Just catch the ball any way you can. I try to get underneath it, try to get my head and legs under the ball and just attack it. It's kind of a do-or-die play there. The good thing is with all of our infielders, we've played together so long, I kind of know what their balls do off the bounce. So luckily there, I got it.
That's interesting. Now, 2 Gold Gloves. What do you keep your Gold Glove trophies? One of my favorite trophies in baseball is the Gold Glove trophy. Where are yours?
They're at my house, in my office. But those are special. It's really for my dad as well. My dad prides on defense. Hitting comes and goes, but whenever there's a play on defense, he'll always text me about it.
Anthony, how would you assess the Cubs? Just kind of the temperature in the room, the bounce, the electricity. Do you feel like you guys have something for this year? What's your take on your own team?
I think we're pretty good. We've played good baseball. To come in here with Scherzer and Strasburg, those are 2 really, the best in the biz. So to get 1 from them and then to win tonight is big for us. We obviously dropped 2 out of 3 in Cincy, but I think we're playing good baseball, and our starting pitching has been so big for us and really has allowed us hitters to really relax.
Only a couple more months in your 20s, my man. You're about to turn 30. What do you feel about that?
I feel great. 30 is, I've had a good run here and in the 20s, and I'm looking forward to 30. I'm looking forward to fine wine.
It is. It's a great decade, I can tell you. It was a couple decades ago, but it was a great decade. Anthony, have a great night, my man. Enjoy.
All right, guys. Take care. Thank you.
Wanted to ask him if you feel like the Cubs play every single Sunday night.
He's always good. To the NBA, Game 3, Eastern Conference Final. Milwaukee up 2-0 coming into today's game, leaves. And they also a 10-1 playoff record. They're 10-1. You can't win every game.
Amazing. Charles Barkley tonight called Toronto his favorite city in the world. High praise from the Chuckster. Let's go there and see if he's onto something. Bucks manhandle the Raptors on their home court. See what kind of pushback T.O. had in the 6. Look at Giannis. You won't see him play well much of the night. Giannis in the first turns it over. Kyle Lowry will push it to Kawhi, lay it up and in. And watch Leonard on this. He's limping after that one. And that's early on in the game. Awkward landing. Leonard reaches down. He would stay in the game and gut it out. Meanwhile, Giannis would struggle into the 3rd. On to the Kumpo. Gets the rebound off the Leonard miss and tries dribbling through traffic, and there are too many white jerseys around. Marc Gasol the steal. Again in the 3rd. Eric Bledsoe to Giannis. That's traveling. We'll go the other way. Giannis 6 points through 3 quarters. What's up with that? His lowest total through 3 quarters this postseason. Bucks would stay in it. They trail by 2 after 3. Less than 2.5 to play in the 4th. Here's Kawhi. Spot up, knock it down. Clutch shot. Raptors take the lead, 93-91. Less than a minute left in the 4th. Bucks down 4 after they exchange free throws. Van Vliet the miss. Giannis the board to Malcolm Brogdon. Quick. Beauty of a reverse. Bucks down 2. Here come the Raptors. They double Leonard as you'd expect. To Van Vliet. Misses another shot. Giannis the board. Bucks going the other way. Here's Middleton. What'd you think of that look? Down 2. Bucks forced to foul Pascal Siakam. Watch the Middleton shot again. Opts to go for the long 3. Can't get the tough shot to go. Siakam, who was really very good all night, is at the line. First free throw, no. Stays at 2-point. Gotta have this one, no. Bucks still alive, down 2, 7.2 left. Timeout. Bucks looking to get a good shot away. Here's Middleton, drives baseline. First shot blocked, gets the board and the putback. So Middleton able to tie it up. Refusing to be denied there, goes up strong a second time. Tied with 2.2 seconds remaining. And we would go to overtime. In the OT, let me tell you, I don't want to spoil things. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, careful.
Not Game of Thrones. This is the first overtime. Leonard makes the mid-range jumper after the friendly roll. Here's Brogdon. Fake, drive, floater. Bucks down 2. Less than 25 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Leonard misses. George Hill the rebound. Bucks the other way. Brogdon to Hill. Fouled on his way to the basket. After making the first free throw. Hits the second. We thought he was going to miss that. That's the way we set that up for you. Tied at 103. Leonard can't hit the shot. Had a good look there. And we were going to double overtime. John Kramer tells me it's the 5th conference championship game ever to go to multi-overtime. Siakam drive, Giannis blocking foul, that's it. Greek Freak, we'll see you later. Tough call there. Twitter thought it was a charge.
I did too.
Giannis, 12 points, 23 rebounds, and fouling out. Less than 4 to go. Bucks down 1. Eric Bledsoe turns it over. Raptors the other way. Kawhi, one-handed, soaring through the air. Still grimacing, trying to gut this one out. Bledsoe had the costly turnover there. The Raptors are up 3. Less than 2 minutes to go. Down 1, the steal there, and the throwdown. Raptors go up 112-109. 2-point game. Siakam, huge block on Brook Lopez. The Raptors going the other way. No editing required. Here's Leonard. In some trouble. Great move to get out of trouble and lay it up and in. What a sequence. Again, Siakam, I think he was brilliant the whole night except for those 2 free throws he missed. And then Leonard finishes down at the other end. Kawhi had 36. Toronto's alive. Talk to me, Nick Nurse.
Yeah, I think first of all, you know, his defense was probably the biggest key of the game, right? I think he made not only did he just play good, right, but he made some huge plays with some steals and ripaways and breakaways that were, you know, offense was hard to come by there for both teams for a while. And anytime you can get a steal and a breakout, it's like, you know, a huge momentum play. But yeah, he was good. I think he's okay. It was a lot of minutes, but I think he's okay.
This was the 10th 30-point game for Kawhi Leonard this postseason. He's the 4th different player to have that many in a single playoff year over the last 10 postseasons. LeBron has done it 4 times. Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant did it once. Here's Tim Legler to join us to break things down. Kawhi Leonard, we showed it. You were talking about it in the green room. He looked banged up from the go tonight after the first basket of the game.
All night, yeah.
And so he's gutting it out in the second overtime. He's sucking wind, as are all the players. But his defense really never went away, and that was one of the keys down the stretch.
Well, in a game like this where both teams had a lot of opportunities to win this game and neither team shot very well, the effort was off the charts for both teams defensively. You knew it was going to come down to who's going to make a defensive play that actually leads the offense. And that's exactly what Toronto do the most. Let's start, though, and take a look here. Now, I want you to look at these big orange sneakers. They're important because that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he is fouled out of the game. So now you're late in the game. You don't really have an identity. You don't have a guy that's lurking, a guy to drive an attack, a guy that can get offensive putback. So they try to run their offense a little bit differently, and these are those two big possessions. And it starts right here. It looks like Middleton is going to beat Van Vliet to the middle, and I'm going to tell you how important it is. If he is able to turn the corner, you're probably going to get a sink down by Marc Gasol, and you're going to get a wide open look out of Brook Lopez. Okay, so instead, watch the effort that Kawhi Leonard makes to get down here and rake and force Middleton to spin. And on the spin, here's the next thing. Kawhi, brilliant. Hands are up, but watch his left hand come down just in time to play the passing lane. So he gets the deflection there, and then right here, it looks like there's no way he's going to beat Malcolm Brogdon to the ball. That looks like it should be his, and yet watch Kawhi Leonard lunge in here at the last second, get the deflection, biggest possession of the game. This puts them up 3, under 2 minutes to go. Next big possession, another guy that played great tonight was defensive effort. Siakam again, Antetokounmpo out of the game. You get a decent possession here, a little ball screen. Lopez is going to roll to the rim. Nice delivery on a pocket pass, but this is not Brook Lopez's game. I mean, he's riding Danny Green to the rim. He should get something good out of this, but look at the effort right here. Pascal Siakam meets him at the rim, and then again, what does it lead to? The kick out, and now you're going to get an offensive possession. 2-point game, you go the other way. Take a look at what Kawhi Leonard does to finish this off. Give him credit, too, because he's exhausted and hurt. After the spin, watch Chris Middleton. You can see he's starting to look out here. He thinks Kawhi is going to dribble back out. Great little hesitation, splits it. And remember I talked about those orange sneakers? No Antetokounmpo underneath the rim. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard knows that. The only shot blocker on the floor is at the three-point line because Brook Lopez is after guard Marc Gasol. So the two biggest plays made by the Raptors defensively, but the key, it led to something easy because there was nothing easy to come by for either of these teams in both overtimes. Giannis fouling out, a huge factor, and Toronto took advantage.
When he did play, he had 8 turnovers, Giannis, and I'm going to get your opinion on his effort tonight, but here's Coach Bud talking about that very subject.
Well, I mean, they're double-teaming him a lot. They're pissing a lot of people, a lot of bodies at him. And I would say, you know, what he's done all year, and my guess is what he did today is he's sharing the ball, he's making the right read, he's making the pass. And we probably got to shoot it a little bit better. We got to drive it a little bit better. Maybe we can create more space for him. We'll look at all those things. But, you know, I think when somebody's committed to getting the ball out of his hands, you know, we feel great about the shooting around him and the players around him. And hopefully we can make teams pay. And, you know, we were right on the cusp of winning a game when we didn't play that well.
So this is always tricky, Legs, right? So when a superstar struggles like Giannis did tonight, have to give credit to the Raptors defensively, too, or is there more to that, too?
Well, look, it takes an incredible commitment to load up the edge of the lane and play that way for 58 minutes. That's what they did tonight. Most teams try this against Giannis Antetokounmpo, but it's hard to get the commitment out of everybody's rotating into the game. Give them credit, but what has to happen is the Milwaukee Bucks need to make Toronto pay if they're going to load up the lane like this. And this is the second time in this series they've gone exactly 11 for 44 from the three-point line. It's 25%. Why is that so key? Because this team made the second most threes in the league on average per night. They were 7th in percentage, and they've had 2 games where they shot 11 for 44. You want to get guys off of Giannis Antetokounmpo out of those driving lanes? Knock down open three-point shots. That's the second time in three games. They have not done that. Toronto's got to feel pretty good overall about the way they've played Giannis. And tonight I thought he was a little bit loose with the basketball. The key is, are the Bucks going to get consistent three-point shooting from this point forward? If they do not, then this thing has the potential for a really long series. If they come into Game 4 and they knock down 45% of their threes on the open looks they get, Milwaukee's going to go home and have a chance to close this out. But the defensive effort and commitment to him and attention to detail has been off the charts. As good as you can play a guy that talented and that strong, there's just no room for him to operate. But guys have to help out, take some pressure off by knocking down open shots.
There's a good part of the percent of the population who was looking forward to watching Giannis, right? Who weren't really aware of how the lights at the brightest, right? The whole world is watching. That effort will make for an interesting day off tomorrow, the adjustments as they head back to Game 4 in Toronto. That's Tim Legler. Booch, over to you.
All right, leaves the beast. At a beast of a golf course, Brooks Koepka joins SportsCenter to talk about his latest major. He's #1 in the world. They're at the top of the American League. But what separates the Twins and Yankees and Astros, the first-place teams? Baseball Tonight talks about it. They make their pick.
Three wishes, right?
Don't miss Disney's Aladdin in theaters Friday, rated PG, and see wishes come true in the Western Conference Finals.
Only one may enter here. One whose worth lies far within. The diamond in the rough.
Disney's Aladdin, rated PG.
The 2-for-6 Mix or Match deal now includes the grilled chicken sandwich. Mix or match the grilled chicken sandwich, the flame grilled Whopper, crispy chicken, or spicy crispy chicken sandwich. The 2-for-6 Mix or Match deal now with the grilled chicken sandwich. Only at Burger King.
Amazon's got everything you need for your home, garden, and more. Find low prices and free shipping on millions of items when you shop summer at Amazon.
Plants capture CO2. What if other kinds of plants captured it too? If these industrial plants had technology that captured carbon like trees, we could help lower emissions. Carbon capture is important technology, and experts agree. That's why we're working on ways to improve it, so plants can be a little more like plants.
Find inspiration in every mile. The Mazda CX-5 with turbo. Feel alive.
Protection and durability beyond conventional car wax.
Whoa.
McGuire's hybrid ceramic wax with advanced SiO2 technology. Ceramic made easy.
Dale's little girl's heading to college. Luckily, her dorm is about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham. Ashley's meeting all her in-laws, and she's about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham. Jeff's flying to... Oh, never mind. But hey, 10 minutes from a Wyndham. He's having the best day ever. And he's about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham. With over 6,000 hotels across the country, a great hotel by Wyndham is closer than you think. Book direct at wyndhamhotels.com.
When it's time to head out, sometimes your last Miller Lite has a way of becoming your second to last. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Hey, bro. Can I have a spot? Final round of the PGA Championship at Bethpage Black on Long Island outside New York City. Workout partners and combatants going head-to-head. This is before the round, Koepka with his woman. This is him talking about his final round yesterday.
Is there any doubt whatsoever in your mind that you're going to win tomorrow?
No. Shared that sentiment with the entire golfing world. Par 4 first, from the rough to the rough. Would bogey the first. Dustin Johnson talked about it on SportsCenter last night. Dustin shoots 65, Koepka shoots 72. We got a playoff. Neither of those things are outlandish things. It's a tough golf course. DJ could shoot 65. Off to a good start. He would birdie that first shot you saw, the par 4 6th. Here, the par 4 9th again. Kick it in. So now he's within 4. As we make the turn, Koepka on the 10th. Par 4. This is one of his best shots of the day. Just absolutely pures this shot into the wind and windy conditions. So now you think, okay, that's it. We're good. Birdie the 10. He's at 13 under. Par 5, 13th. The driver kind of, as you can see, got away from Koepka. And at this golf course, you will pay a price. Wasn't an issue the first 3 days for him. When you start hitting from these shots in between tunnels of humans, that's when it gets difficult. That's when you make bogey. That's when you can make double bogey. This is for par. Just didn't break like he thought it would, or less pace might have taken it. So we got 3 bogeys in a row. Still a 4-shot lead, pretty comfortable. Dustin's got to do something here now. Got to chase down Koepka. He's not going to back up that much. He's got to do some things. Above the hole. That's a beaut. Needs this birdie to fall. Hovers the putter. Wiggling, 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 and center cut pork chop. The lead is 2, and there's time to go. Koepka's got holes to play, and when it's a tough golf course, he could back up. 14th, 8-iron. He air mails it. Seemed like a lot of club for that yardage. Too many wrist curls. Koepka. Again. Misreads that one. Speed off a bit. It's a 1-shot lead. DJ's got to keep coming. Chance to tie for the lead on this hole, but again, of all times to over club into the wind. He bogeys, and Koepka's in pretty good shape as he tees off on the last, but again, he's got a case of the tugs. Tough lie, but you know, you gouge it out. Don't get too greedy here. You got the 2-shot lead. Not a problem for him to advance. Knock it on the green. Koepka, once again a major champion. He has 4 majors in his last 8, a streak not seen since Tiger Woods won 7 out of 11. Woods won the Wanamaker Trophy twice. Koepka does it for the first time.
It's incredible. I don't think I even thought I was going to do it that fast. I don't think anybody did. And to be standing here today with 4 majors it's mind-blowing. Today was definitely the most satisfying out of all of them. I can't tell you the last time I made 4 bogeys in a row. I don't know if I ever have. I'm sure I have, but just had to reset, and I think everybody chanting DJ kind of helped that. That was probably definitely, I know for a fact that was the most excited I've ever been ever in my life right there on 18. It's been a hell of a run. It's been fun. I'm trying not to let it stop. It's super enjoyable, and just try to ride that momentum going into Pebble. 4 of 8. I like the way that sounds.
Up next, U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. He'll try to make it 3 in a row. He'll be the favorite. Sunday, dicey, but again, Koepka held on to become the 5th wire-to-wire winner with no ties since the PGA Championship went to stroke play in 1958. It began as a match play championship. The last one before Koepka, Hal Sutton, back in 1983 when the event was held at Riviera in Los Angeles. That's Sutton's only career major.
To the ballpark. Looked like a good showdown series going in. The Astros and Red Sox played 3 at Fenway, and then Houston took the first 2. And now the Red Sox have Chris Sale on the mound trying to save somewhat of the salvage of the series. Had 14 or more strikeouts his last 2 starts, and Carlos Correa gone 448 feet to center. Yeah, Sale's not going to get the 14 strikeouts in this one. That's the longest homer given up by Sale as a member of the Red Sox. We're down 3-1 in the 4th. Here's George Springer. Nothing doing there. Springer would leave the game due to back stiffness. Bottom of the 5th. Sox down 3-2. Xander Bogaerts with a runner on second. Pop up. Yuli Gurriel reaches glove out and can't make the grab. Bogaerts get the game-tying RBI single, tied at 3. Top of the 6th. Here's Sale pitching to Josh Reddick, and draws the walk and just a bit outside. That would end Sale's game, tied a career-high 5 walks. Sale did strike out 10. Jake Marisnick ground into a double play to end the inning, so Marcus Walden gets out of the jam. Bottom 7. There's Bogaerts. with a runner on. Doubles into left center. Mookie Betts coming around from first to score. The Red Sox snap the Astros' 10-game winning streak. Houston will probably start another one of those tomorrow.
Rays and Yankees. Rays leading 5-3 in the fourth. Aaron Hicks. And that is a Yankee cranky. First home run this season ties the game at 5 to the 6th. Still 5-5. Luke Voigt facing Diego Castillo. Takes that bases-loaded breaking ball for a ball and a bases-loaded walk. 6-5 Yankees. Later, Hendrys Morales would also walk to make it 7-5. Then Gleyber Torres to short. Safe. Touch it again. Yeah, it's wedged. It's not in the glove. And then Thairo Estrada will clear the bases. The Yankees took their second straight weekend series with Tampa Bay, and they move a half game in front atop the AL East. Rays had been alone in first place for 47 straight days before New York scored 3 times in the ninth for that 4-3 win on Friday, and they win again here easily on Sunday. So again, they're in first place. We can call the American League a bit top-heavy. That's because only 6 of the 15 teams have a winning record. Astros, of course, are good. They seem like they're the class of the league. Twins, it's first place. Yankees have a slight division lead. Red Sox are still there. They're now starting to play good baseball. Nothing junior about the American League, commonly referred to as the junior circuit, NL the senior circuit. It's an older league, kids. We get more inside the Chevrolet Clubhouse. Talk baseball, Carl Ravitch.
Well, make no mistake about it, what we appear to be learning is that there is some significant separation between the top teams in the American League and then everybody else. And a great example, as you look back on this week, were the Twins going into Seattle, who was the best team for a while, and destroying them 18-4 in a game. What's your take on the AL and what we've learned this week?
I do like the Twins, but I still think the Astros are the best team in baseball. Forget about the AL, but all of baseball. Yeah. So the Astros, to me, are the team to beat in the AL. But you have to see the Yankees. They're getting better. This team, when they get healthy, they're right now kind of middle of the pack in offense in the American League. When they get Judge and Stanton and Gregorius back, they're going to score a whole lot of runs, and that's going to complement the pitching that has done a great job so far this year holding the ship together.
I'm glad you brought it up. There is something about the uniform, and you can speak to it. When a guy like Urshela puts the uniform on, when LeMahieu puts the uniform on, it doesn't happen to everybody, but boy, it does seem to bring a level of accountability and performance that you may previously have not seen.
Yeah, I think everyone that plays for the Yankees understands you're expected to win a championship. And so you put on that uniform, you go, okay, well, I'm a championship player now. And maybe I didn't have the resume or the opportunity somewhere else, but now I'm a Yankee, I'm expected to win.
And I agree with all of that, but the Twins are legit. Mm-hmm. This is not a mirage. They can mash. Going into today, it's 36 runs in their last 3 games. Going into today, they led the American League in runs scored, tied for the league lead in home runs. You add Nelson Cruz, Jonathan Scope, Marwin Gonzalez to a team that was, close to 500 last year. I left spring training thinking this is the one team that can go from below 500 to the playoffs, and they're way better even than I thought they were going to be.
And the Indians are kind of hovering, but more on the periphery, entering Sunday 5 games in the loss column behind the Twins. That's Tim Kirkshin, Mark Teixeira. I'm Carl Ravitch.
Chevrolet Clubhouse is brought to you by Chevy. Chevy has earned J.D. Power Dependability Awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs.
All right, here we go. SportsCenter's top 10 plays the best of the best. Number 10, international cricket. Pakistan against England. I know you watched this today on your package, Booch.
I did.
Sarafaz Ahmed with the hit. England's wicketkeeper with the throw to Adil Rashid.
Whoa.
Behind the back throw to knock the wickets off and stump for the out. And England beats Pakistan.
Number 9, Dodgers and Reds, Yasiel Puig. Playing some defense. Boy, the Reds are breaking out all kinds of uniforms this year.
Yeah, they are.
Wow. I like that one. So those are cool.
Clean. Can't get any cleaner.
How's your lat leaves? Are you doing the lat pull down?
Every day.
Right.
At 8, North Carolina, Tennessee, Caitlin Parsons. The dive and grab. Tennessee advanced to the Super Regionals.
Love the softball. Giants and Diamondbacks. Brandon Crawford, he's got that balsamic vinaigrette in his hair. Applies it before every game. Salads flowing, greasy. Great play here. Wow, that's so good. All the way, almost in the air. Don't could have caught that in the air. Giants win 3-2.
Quarterfinals, Yale and Penn. Yale's John Danigelis muscles past his defender, takes a shot as he falls to the ground. Yale wins in OT, and we're back to the top 5 in 6 seconds.
$782? That's a great deal. Liberty Mutual? That's a great company.
Number 5, PGA Championship, par 3, 17th. This great hole. Played this course once. I love this par 3.
We got an ace.
Look at this par 3. Not here. You know, it's been 13 years since my last hole of one.
You haven't mentioned it in a couple minutes.
That's a good hole of one to get to. At that course on that hole from 206. He finished T16 leads. That's golf talk. T16, tied for 16.
You know, his playing partner, Lucas Glover's second shot from the bunker.
Oh.
Lands on the green, gets the roll, and shoots and scores.
Yeah.
Also tied for 16th on the leaderboard. He won the U.S. Open in 2009 at Bethpage.
That's right, without a golf club. Doesn't use golf clubs. JVR, that's what the kids call him. Look at this bit of frothy sauce to Dylan Larkin. The U.S. beats Germany. Auf Wiedersehen. Look at that. That's Vermont to Michigan. That is Hall of Fame stuff from JVR. Alan Larkin's popping water bottles.
You Auf Wiedersehen? Dich lieber dich. For those who speak the language. Kansas's Benjamin Sims, the diving stop.
Speak the language.
What a stretch from Dylan Ditzenberger at first. Look at him, DD.
We get to see him.
Kansas sweeps the doubleheader.
I went to Heidelberg, you know.
Fair.
I have the Oxford Regional softball package. I love the Louisiana uniforms. Ole Miss's Kylan Becker. Oh! What a play.
That's sick.
My goodness. I love those uniforms, the navy blue pinstripes.
Still to come on this SportsCenter as we cross over the top of the hour. Much more from Toronto. Raptors alive. We'll hear from Kawhi, Giannis, and Wilbon. The big 3 all next.
Don't get mad. Put those years to work with D-Trade.
Captain?
Captain.
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 Captain?
Do you want a challenge?
What you think of me now?
Oh, how you like that? So nice.
How you like that? What you think of me now? How you like that? What you think of me now?
Brightburn.
Whatever you've done.
This Thursday,
I know there is good in you.
evil has found its superhero. Brightburn. Rated R.
Things are bad.
But they should be good. Like a good, clean planet. That's better than a broken, dirty one. With good, happy, non-disgruntled people.
Oh, hi.
And good, nutritious food. All preferable to the not-so-good alternatives. So, if you agree with this rogue radical thinking, give us a try. We're called Cliff Bar, and our logo looks like this.
If you have a garden, you know weeds are low-down little scoundrels. Don't stoop to their level. Draw the line with the Roundup Sure Shot wand. It extends with a protective shield and targets weeds more precisely. It lets you kill what's bad right down to the root, while guarding the good. Roundup Sure Shot wand. Got weeds in your grass too? Try Roundup for lawns. Kills weeds, not the lawn. Roundup brand. Trusted for over 40 years.
Captain?
Captain.
Captain? Captain?
Captain.
Captain.
Captain?
If it's dead, shoot it.
mission. I'm on the mission, mission. I'm on the mission, mission. I'm on the mission, mission. I think I'll try my team, cause you make them a visit.
Warriors Blazers Game 4 on ESPN. Western Conference Finals presented by Google Net.
You take pride in your lawn, but there comes a time when your yard will outgrow your mower.
That's the time to turn to a Hustler. Zero-turn mower from Hank Proud Equipment. Heavy duty till depths. Smooth trap tearing. Zero-turn cut quality. We're also a full-service repair shop. Time to get the job done with a Hustler mower. Tools, not toys.
Hustler Mowers, found at Hank's Power and Equipment, Aledo, Illinois.
Out here, you need the power to control your environment, or it may control you. The power of the Kubota L2501DT. It comes with all the easy-to-use implements you need, and the kind of comfort that delivers a satisfied smile all day long. Get the L2501DT for as low as $139 a month with 0% APR financing for 84 months, plus a 6-year warranty.
Oklahoma is a certified softball wagon. 41-game winning streak. That's a single-season D1 record. I don't think anyone's going to beat that. Wisconsin has to beat Oklahoma to advance. Giselle Juarez pitching for the Sooners. Sooners up 1-0. Caroline Hedgecock lays on a squeeze bunt, and Taylor Johnson scores. We're tied at 1. Then Jolie Fish. Look at this. Small ball with a big ball. Badgers take a 2-1 lead. Uh-oh, getting nervous. 7th inning, last chance for the Sooners. Wisconsin takes game 1 by a score of 2-1. And Oklahoma taking this a bit hard. They're not used to losing. Yeah, look, Sparky can't believe it. Or maybe he just dropped his popsicle and we just happened to catch him at that moment. I'm thinking that's probably what happened.
He's very invested.
Yeah, top of the 4th. Sooners up 1-0. Grace Green. 2-0. And then Kelly Welsh is going to pop up. All right. Cheer up, Sparky. Oklahoma wins it 2-0. Wasn't easy. The old Badgers pesky, so they advance to the Super Regionals.
Hey, we're going to get heavily invested in the Eastern Conference final game that just got completed in Toronto in the next couple minutes. And then tomorrow we will be all over the Warriors and the Blazers. Portland at home. Can they avoid the sweep? SportsCenter after the game.
This is SportsCenter at night.
They have the best records in the American League, but who will come out on top? The Baseball Tonight crew on the Astros, Twins, and Yankees power rankings. The Raptors struggle to close out the Bucks. Michael Wilbon live from Toronto. Does Kawhi have anything left after 52 minutes? He'll talk with Steve Levy. And Brooks Koepka wins another major, his 4th in 8 starts. Let's do it.
I'm just glad we didn't have to play anymore.
Too hot, too prime, home run Rizzo.
Let's do SportsCenter. Let's start with the NBA Game 3 Eastern Conference Final. Milwaukee up 2-0 coming into tonight's game. And Milwaukee 10-1 overall leaves in the playoffs coming into this one, which was a classic marathon.
No one would be surprised that Toronto wins this game on their home court, where they've obviously been very good. It's how they won the game that is rather surprising, and in the length of time as well. Here we go.